We're chasing comedy, working on jokes, working on bits, seeing what sticks, seeing what stinks. We're Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy.
Sorry.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
No, it's
we get it. You're a sheep. We get it.
I know it is. It was sheep related. I was filling out my contract for that.
I had I did 12,000 people. We all got stuff going on, but I was on time.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Bad.
Anyway, hi Adam.
Bad.
I am the sheep.
The sheepy sheep. That's awesome though. It seems like you got a lot of different 5 or 6. That's great.
It's miraculous.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Anyway, what did I miss?
We were just talking shop. We were talking, just trying to, get some consistency. You said our numbers are going up with the audio, but video seems to hurt us. So, because I don't think people want to look at us, and so I think the audio. Nah, not really. I get it. That's why you do better in voiceovers.
Thank you. You're saying we have faces.
You have a face radio? For voiceover. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. We have faces made for radio. Okay, great.
Yeah, so that's I can handle that.
That's right.
No, we just need some clips up, and we're just we don't have any sort of promo at all on this thing, but our numbers are decent going up. So it's I feel like we just need something to put on social media. So I've been, I don't know. I feel like Adam's busy, but I'm still going to try to work him and try to figure something out.
Okay.
Yay!
Well, yay!
Yeah. So I had a fun weekend. I did with Nate, and we did some arena shows in the round. We did Hertz Arena in Jacksonville, Estero, Florida. It was it's pretty great. Just terrifying. Just that thing of just walking into the round, and it's just just this thing.
Oh wow!
And you're just trying to just do these dumb jokes I've been doing a long time.
As I often ask, what's your opener in that scenario?
Well, I write something new every time, for the town. So I try to do, we were in Jacksonville, and the last time we were there, I kind of name dropped. It's I hung out with, Tedeschi Trucks, Susan and Derek Trucks, greatest guitarist of all time. When I saw him when he was 15 years old playing with the Allman Brothers. When I was 15, I was sacking groceries at Kroger, so it was kind of that thing. And they just kind of that's always my opener. Just something that's connected to wherever I am. I always feel even if it it doesn't pop, it's still, it introduces you to them and their place. And so it seems to be my go-to.
That's something that I always wonder about as a comedian. I know that sounds like a stupid thing, but it's whenever I walk into a room and I find something that I can make fun of, it's just, I immediately get this amazing sense of calm, zen. Oh, this is great. I walked into, I had a gig with Chuck Nice, and it was in this place. So it's just in this glass room on top of a building. And it was this all glass around. And I just said, and it was all millennial. So I said, this looks like a millennial terrarium. Okay. And right. All I had to do was say that. It's and then it's look at them. What do they eat in there? Yeah. And that got this huge laugh. And it was just obviously I knew it would get a huge laugh because it was a perfect thing. And so, but a lot of times you go into a space and you go, I got nothing here. What do I?
Yeah, there's always something. There could be something on the wall. There could be,
but sometimes
their favorite place.
What if there ain't?
It could be they just opened up a Cane's restaurant. It could just be anything, really. I think I don't have to think too much on it. I think that's perfect. If it's the environment, it's perfect. But sometimes, just on the way here, the strip mall, whatever. It's just, I feel like there's something you can kind of tap into.
Right.
And then,
Dangerfield, over the years I've probably talked about this a million times, but I had so many jokes for Dangerfields. about the decor.
Yeah.
That it was literally, I had like a 15-minute chunk of material that I could literally crush just by making fun of the decor, because I'd worked there so much. So I would have all these jokes. Right? What look should we go for? The decorator must have been like, how about the inside of a coffin? Okay, like that, because that's what Dangerfield looked like. It looked
that's what
like
it felt like too on a Tuesday. I'll tell you.
Yes, it was with the red lights and the felt on the wall. It was just that looked like the inside. Yeah,
yeah. Well, sometimes you could do the name. Like I did a loony bin, and so I just went off on the loony bin, and then I spent 2 weeks in a psych ward. I go, I've been in a real loony bin. Let me tell you.
Oh, that's great.
Not as fun, and then went off on being that experience. And so, I feel like it's just, you just have to kind of like tap into that in the moment kind of thing that I don't know. I think it's the best way to start. I feel like there are times when you just gotta go into material, but I feel like if you can take a second, because it gives you a beat to kind of get into it,
Right. But what if there isn't anything? And
then I make fun of myself. I have this saying where, it's like, look at this outfit, look at gay park ranger, something. I just, anything that's going to like, not be a joke right away. Cause I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I just want to take a second before I get into it,
Yeah. A good, self-deprecating. I'm always envious of the comedians that have a joke about, Elon Altman has like a great joke where he says, I look like every guy that has played Spider-Man. and he does. Like he has this nerd, he has like a nerd, and it's so perfect. Like it's like he looks like a cross between Tobey Maguire and whatever the other guy.
But you have like some sort I'm not saying this is it, but something like I look like, every documentary director or something. Like, you have something. Yeah, or so, that was just blowing it out. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah. But I just think there's something that you have a look that could be funny, that you look like, you've been writing a novel.
I don't
for
see
3
that.
years.
See, I don't know, but I don't, let's say that again. I don't see this, what you're describing.
Yeah, like writing, you're like a failed writer or so. I guess there's a thing like I'm just saying there's some look to you. You just have to tap into what that look is. It's not, you're not ugly or anything. You're not fat.
No.
So it's like, but there is kind of this disheveled look about you that is, you're always sweaty because you're on your bike. Like there's just something funny about just you could make something funny about your presence, it's
like if I look at Adam looks like a history professor who's talking about
really I don't see that. I see Jan 6.
That too, or that. No, but that's great. You could see both of those. I'm either a history professor or I'm storming the Capitol on January 6th. I have a universal appeal, right?
Yeah.
If Adam did stand up, I would lean him in that direction.
But you look like a guy that owns an electric bike. Like you have like this look about you.
That's funny. Wait, hold on. I look like hold on. That's actually very funny, and I don't even know what it means. I look like a guy who owns an electric bike, right? I don't know what that even means, but it's very good. Who owns basically, like, everyone has an angle, like they walk on, they say what they sound like, and I basically I don't know what I look like, but I do look like a guy who probably owns an electric bike.
That's
right?
funny. I bet that pops.
I know.
Because it's What's like that? New York. It's the electric bike is very New York. Mm-hmm. And so it's just, and then you look like you're in shape. So it's like, it just seems like a thing that, you just.
Yeah. So this is good comedy writing, because it's like, I look like a guy who shops at, now if you could build on that and say I love the double, because if one doesn't hook, then the other one does. Like if you said about Adam, yes, the history professor doesn't necessarily hook. But if you said, hey, I look like a history professor or a guy who stormed the Capitol, right? Like to me, that is perfect.
When I do the gay park ranger thing, I say I look like a gay park ranger. It gets a good laugh. Yeah. And then I say it look like I'm riding a unicorn through the woods, putting fires out with glitter. And I'm like, And then that's like,
that's really funny.
That's my bam, bam, bam. And then it's like,
that's really funny.
And then I just get into it. Yeah.
Yes. Wait a minute. Okay. So let's deconstruct this. So because it's great because you've got a gay park ranger that gets a solid laugh, maybe not a great laugh, but if sometimes it'll get a great laugh. Sometimes I'm sure it's a solid joke, but the rest of it, where you're saying, how does that go?
I look like I'm riding a unicorn through the woods, putting fires out with glitter. Yeah,
that's really funny. Yeah, that's perfect. Like if you got three jokes right there. Yeah.
So it just gives a little like I'm not taking myself serious because the way I dress, sometimes people think I'm trying to be a cool guy or whatever, but I can still make fun of myself, and so it kind of just gets them into me more, and so
yeah. But Adam also looks like a gamer, right? Like he could be playing Call of Duty. Okay, or calling in a drone strike, or both. You know what I mean? Like you don't know. Like Adam has a lot. There's a lot that could be happening there. You know, he works for Halliburton. He works. Give me what's a game console company? He could
like Microsoft or Sony.
No, what's the Nintendo?
Yeah,
like you could be a coder for Nintendo. Or you could be calling in a drone strike. You don't know. But none of these are great, but they're good, so they're possible angles to go, right?
Yeah. But I don't think Adam's going to grab the mic anytime soon. So, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But if you do, Adam, you'll have these jokes to use about yourself.
Well, but okay, so my point being, all right, so if I'm a guy who owns an electric bike, which is really funny, but I need the insurance jokes, which is like,
I mean,
what you have, like I need an and works at blank, which is like not Bed Bath and Beyond. It could be, or I don't know where, or works at an organic coffee shop or some kind of a vegan, but I don't look like that. I don't know what I look like, to tell you to be perfectly honest. I don't know.
You look like you come from money, which you do. You look like you
a guy who owns an electric bike and comes from money. Okay, I don't even know what. Do I look like? I don't know what I look like.
You lived in a cul-de-sac. Like you just have a. Life has been good to you. Life has been good to you. That's what you look like. But at the same time, you have all this neuroses and all that stuff. But that comes later. That comes later in your act. But
okay, yes, that's really funny that life. Yeah,
life's been pretty good.
I look like a guy who life has been good to.
Well, it's a pretty good jump off for the white privilege joke.
Well, yeah, but the white privilege joke doesn't come for so long. I never open with that. So
yeah, I'm just saying if you were to switch up, it would be if you did do something like that, but it could be. Something.
I do like the white. I look like a guy. Oh, that would be to end on white privilege. I smell a joke there where it's like I look like a guy, and then it's something that I do with a lot of white privilege.
Yeah,
there's a joke there. That's what's funny. I know there's a joke there, but I don't have any idea what the first.
Well, I think the first part is just like something that is kind of like struggling or something, something that feels like human, but you end it with white privilege, I look like a struggling artist, something like that, but then with white privilege, and then something
a beat poet, a guy who lives in a commune.
No, I don't get beat poet at all. Yeah,
no, I don't either. I'm saying I'm talking about like lives in an artist collective. Like where there's holes in the wall where we're squatters, but I don't get that either from me necessarily. But I'm saying something.
Well, you can't go from electric bike to squatter, so it's got to be something a little more realistic.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, so
I look like a squatter who rides an electric bike.
That's actually really funny.
That's actually almost funny, right? Like because it doesn't even make any sense, but it does. but I don't think squatter is the right thing. But that's what you're saying is in the ballpark.
Or a manager of
yes,
a vegan restaurant, or something.
Something
and then
like
you can
that.
go into the. I mean, I know you're not doing this because you place your jokes very strategically, but I feel like that one can go into the waiter thing of the pretentious waiter and all that stuff. So like,
if you want to
talk about you could also talk about the way you look later in your act. Like, it doesn't always have to be first. Like, I've done that gay park ranger thing in the middle of my act sometimes. Like, I feel like sometimes I'll just like forget to tell it, or I'll just place it later. And then and then you can jump into something else that relates to the look.
Yeah, I mean, you have a look that it opens. There's a wide. See, I feel this way. You can say I'm wrong, but it's like you have a wide vista of like. There's a lot going on with you.
Yeah.
You could work at an auto parts shop, or you could be a gun ranger, or you could be ex-military, special ops.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. There's a lot going on.
Well, on stage, not so much, because I'm wearing flashy clothes. So it's like that's why the gay park ranger thing works for that. Like this, yes, obviously, like rednecky, whatever. But when I'm on stage, it's more. I got a red jacket on. I got my Nikes. I got So it's like a whole thing. But I think when it's just this. Obviously, I mean, me and Adam look like we could hurt some people, So,
right.
We're about to start a rally somewhere,
and most likely have. But that's a really the whole salvo of glitter and a unicorn.
And it is who I am. I was a boxer who wanted to be a fashion designer. So it is who I am. Yeah. And so it's just, that. And so I feel like I tap into that kind of identity of myself, which is very kind of Texas, but I went to New York fashion school. Like it's all over the place. Like I can fish but hunt, but it's like, but it's the same time I like sushi or whatever. So it's like it's a mix. I'm a contradiction. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to tap more into, the contradiction of myself. Like, cause I do that joke where we worked on where I have a Texan on one shoulder and I have a Californian on the other, the Californian. We worked on that joke where it looks like I should drive a Prius. Then the Texans get in the truck and, that kind of thing. So it's like,
but you have, so you have to use words like bouillabaisse. I'm a weird, I'm like, paella with but I'm looking, what's the New Orleans thing?
Jambalaya.
Everything. Jambalaya. That's for you.
Yeah. I'm part of Native American, but I'm part of the Hatfield family. Like it's cowboy Indian thing. So it's like everything is a contradiction to me. It's like I'm just.
I mean, the mere fact that you look the way you do, and you're from Texas, and you have Indian. Like you could have killed yourself, like you kicked yourself off your own land. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
like you took over. Yeah, you actually genocided yourself.
I kick sometimes I kick myself out of my apartment. Like
Yes, I kick myself off my
I never thought of that angle. That's because I have some of those jokes, but I never thought of the stealing the land thing.
Yeah,
I think that could be funny. Like, is it?
Say manifest
out of the apartment. I'm trying to think what's the best way to like do that joke.
Seize it, land grab, repossess. Like, no, but none of this is good. But like that's in the ballpark of like. So I'm going to kick myself off my own
property. My
apartment feels lame because it's
kick myself off I kick myself off my own land, or I take over.
Take over. Yeah. Like I invoked manifest destiny to take over, to kick myself out of my. I love the idea of you using manifest. You're a combination of something and manifest destiny. Okay, where it's like, like white privilege, white supremacy, and manifest destiny. Like, but both of those are similar. But so you need something like I do a land acknowledgement every time I walk into my own apartment. I don't know what I do. A land acknowledgement to myself, something like really weird, where you acknowledge what you've done to yourself. Oh my God, that is hilarious. Okay. Oh, good Lord!
Park
I don't know how.
That's the greatest.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah, my little Dustin.
That's so funny.
It's called My Little Dustin.
That's gonna be my merch. That's gonna be
Dusty.
my merch. I'm gonna get action figures.
My Little Dusty. My Little Dusty.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
My Little Dusty. Okay.
I hate that name, Dusty. I almost
know, that's
just fought
horrible.
teachers for that. They're like, Dusty. My
Yeah.
name is Dustin. Stop calling me Dusty.
I know. Right. I mean, if Alex, it's like Alex Jones had sex with Liberace. That's
Oh, wow. Well, I would hope I'm a little more in shape than Alex Jones, but thank you, though.
I know. Alex Jones was just, but a doomsday prepper. If Liberace has a doomsday prepper or something like that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like where he had sex with. It's always a great combo. But who would it? If it's Liberace.
We're
Had
so
sex with
old. We're
Liberace's
so
the
old that
punchline.
our gay references are Liberace.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
We're
That's
like
true.
70 when we're bringing up Liberace.
Yeah, that's sad. But
There's so
But,
many
like, if
other
you-
gay
oh,
people
Ted
that are relevant.
well, you want to. You're a combination of Ted Kaczynski and Liberace. Liberace and Ted Kaczynski. You have to end on, but they're both old references, so
Yeah,
whatever.
of course, they're old references. It's us. It's anything
Yeah,
from 1971. We're going to bring up.
It's what would happen if Liberace and Ted Kaczynski had a daughter.
Jim Jones, Liberace, Scooby Doo. We're going to hit it all, baby.
I know. Liberace and Ted Kaczynski had a daughter. Had a non-binary daughter. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, can you get that picture off the screen because it's creeping me out? Anyway, whatever.
It's making me have weird feelings. So yeah,
I know. It's triggering me. What the? I haven't.
Right.
Now
Adam's got the wheel ready, so we're gonna wheel it out.
Okay, whip out the wheel.
All right, let's
We're
bring
gonna
the
have
wheel up.
structure. We're gonna have structure on the show. We always start with the wheels.
Yay.
Here we go. Gets our brains moving. Love the sound.
Let's see. It is IKEA relationship test.
Oh, man, it's always so hacky, this wheel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, IKEA relationship test?
Is it like putting furniture together? Is that what that is?
I think so, yeah.
Well, here's the thing that I do. Another contradiction. Like I come off like very, man's man. I could put stuff together. I can change my own thing in my car. I can do all this stuff. And then it's always a fail. Like I'll start to, put together a desk or something. And my girlfriend, who comes from Maine, they're very rural, very hands-on. They chop wood, they do stuff. So she's more of the man in a lot of these things in our relationship. And so what I've been doing is I'll pay her like $100 to put something together that I bought for myself. And so it's a pretty emasculating thing, but I'll just be like, oh yeah, I'll be halfway through the desk and she'll be like, you need me? I go, yeah, here's 100. And I'll pay her to put the desk together. And so
wait a minute, your girlfriend is now a handyman?
absolutely. For me, she is. I mean, whatever, I found TaskRabbit. That's a whole nother thing that I just did. I had a TV hung on my wall and some Russian dude came in and just like proved that Americans are not real men. He put it together in like 3 minutes.
All right. TaskRabbit bit is gold already.
Yeah.
TaskRabbit is funny.
Yeah.
Have you discovered TaskRabbit? Now I have TaskRabbit. I use TaskRabbit for everything. And then it's, inappropriate things, inappropriate uses of TaskRabbit.
Yeah, he's rubbing my girlfriend's feet. He's
right, exactly. Or bringing her to pleasuring your girl. I got her pleasuring my girlfriend now because I got stuff to do. I'm on the road. I have things to do. So TaskRabbit. What else would you use TaskRabbit for?
Well, I can start out with the real thing. He put the TV on the wall, and then I can just go into the other TaskRabbit things. This guy's amazing,
Yeah, because to me, it's something funny about. Oh my God, I love to use this joke on the show tonight. Something like. Now we're getting the Kurds. I hate to say it, but it's war joke. The Kurds, we're actually subcontracting to the Kurds to invade. Have you heard this? Like that the Kurds, we're going to try to get the Kurds to overthrow the government of Iraq. Yeah. Right. So now it's just like it's wartime TaskRabbit, like we're on Craigslist looking for mercenaries or something like that. I mean, the joke isn't that great.
I don't think it works with that particularly, but let's go back to my bit.
Yeah, go back to your bit. Okay.
No Carlos Mencia my bit here.
Yeah, go ahead. So, all right, well, so getting back to your
Brian's
bit.
like, it's all about me. It's all about me.
No, just I'm saying what inappropriate uses of TaskRabbit is really funny. So where do we go with this?
Like rub the feet, your girlfriend's feet. That's kind of, halfway funny. And then just something, I don't want to do too sexual. I think I'm trying to work clean. So, but just something.
No, but I mean, but it'd be really funny if you got a guy to show up at your office job and just do your
Well, yeah, TaskRabbit for everything. Actually, I ordered TaskRabbit for this set. He'll be doing my closer.
There you go. That's really funny. I got a guy from TaskRabbit. I don't want to do my closer, so he'll be in here. Meet Manuel or Ramon.
And you could do a thing like you're calling him out. Manuel, come on out here. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really funny.
Well, my guy was Russian.
Like people are using TaskRabbit. People are using TaskRabbit for everything. Okay.
Yeah.
I was at the dentist's office, and the guy had a lunch break, and he brought a guy to finish my filling, or finish my not filling, but
that's kind of funny.
Yeah, something like that. It's like I got a guy, so I got some guy blank from blank who's now polishing my bicuspids. It's got to be specific, or my incisors, or he's finishing. What is it called? He's putting a cap in. He's putting what are all the dental procedures that you?
I think it should be simple. Like, what is it? Fill in. When you get a cavity filled, what's that called?
It's a filling. You're getting a cavity filled. You're getting a no, but what is a crown? I'm getting a crown put in,
I'm getting a crown put in from a guy named Igor, or something, because it's like the Russian guy was really funny.
Igor is really funny. Igor's perfect.
Igor from TaskRabbit is finishing up my cavity or something.
Yeah, there you go. Like something, or you're cleaning, or he's shaving down your orthodontal, or putting in what are those things they put in?
I wonder if I could go into jump off of this into, because one time I had a Russian dentist, and it was the worst because his hands were huge, and it was just like he hurt my mouth every time he put his hands in it. And I was just the whole thing was just I felt like I owed him money. It was just like the most horrible experience. It was like,
if you have giant, but then you have to have a metaphor.
You have a joke about if you have giant hands, maybe dentist is not the thing for you. If you're 6'4", right. He's not gonna. That's the thing about Jokic is so funny. He likes to ride those horses, and it looks ridiculous because he's way too big to be doing that. And so, but you need a joke about a giant. And you need a phrase that connotes that, like who's a famous giant, like Jack and the Beanstalk, but not that. But something funny like Chewbacca should not be working on my dental work. Should not be putting in. What the fuck is it called when you put in braces, but it's not braces? You have shack hands. Maybe dental cleaning is not.
Shaquille O'Neal. You don't want Shaquille O'Neal doing my dental work. Like suddenly he's manhandling me. Have you ever what is the thing with the dentistry where you put the thing in the mouth?
I've lost my ability to whistle for the last 3 years or something. I don't know.
Right? Yeah. What? Adam, what's the thing that you get where you get the dental? You straighten out your teeth, but it's not braces.
Invisalign.
It's like there's Invisalign, the retainer. There's
Invisalign.
Invisalign is the word I was looking for. Who's fitting my Invisalign? I don't want Shaquille O'Neal fitting my Invisalign. That's what I was looking for. Okay, I don't want my Invisalign. If I'm getting Invisalign, I don't want it being done by Shaquille O'Neal.
So that's just the idea of knowing, and then sometimes there's exceptions. We have like a Spud Webb or something, but exceptions with people who they were probably told they can't do something, and then their size, they were able to overcome it.
Right.
And so there's that.
Once again,
but I don't think, that's like going up to something as opposed to big hands in dentistry is not, that's just
right. Good thing he's not in doing a colonoscopy. That's the joke you want. That's the joke. That's what it needs to go. A clean version of that. This guy's got big hands. But then again, where you go, he's got huge hands. He shouldn't be working that. But I'm lucky. At least he's not doing my colonoscopy.
That's,
yeah.
But at least he's not doing my colonoscopy. Like my mouth I can handle. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, if you frame that right, you got to hit that so it's not hack. Yeah. But if you hit it but better dentistry. He went into dentistry. And I'm glad he didn't go into I'm glad he's not, if he's going to do my dentistry, at least, but, good thing.
Good thing.
But look at the bright side. Look at the bright side. But the good news, but on the bright side, at least he's not doing a colonoscopy, because you don't want a guy who looks like Chewbacca coming at you with a Cologuard. You don't want a guy going into your blank with who looks like Chewbacca. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Probably is better off. I want him on the Lakers. I don't want him turning my ass into a lake. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think if you just ended at colonoscopy is a good enough laugh. I think if you get graphic about it, it's like too much. But I think you drop it on colonoscopy, I think it gets a good laugh, and then you move on, because it's like it is funny. I like the graphic stuff, but it's like, I'm like I said, I'm trying to reel it in a little.
We have to be anti-hack here.
Well, it's not a hack. It's just more just anti-gross. Like, I feel like sometimes, I'm trying to be less gross on stage. You don't really have gross stuff, but sometimes I'll say something. Like, I have this joke that works, but then sometimes when people are eating, I always feel bad when I tell it. And so, because I think I do this thing about living in LA, and LA is a weird place because you see the most beautiful and disturbing images all day long. Like, you look over, look at that sunset, purple skies and palm trees, and I look over it and you see a dude just trying to shit into a Mountain Dew bottle, or it's like. And I love the joke because it's like it's what Hollywood is, where it's like beautiful tinsel town, and then you see this dude and he's just like doing something gross, and so it works, but it's just I always feel bad when somebody's like eating, chicken fingers, and I'm like, good dude's pooping into a Mountain Dew bottle, So,
Yeah, there's something really. Pooping into a Mountain Dew bottle is worth the price of admission.
Yeah, I've tried other things and nothing. I've tried, like, you see a guy naked covered in peanut butter, or just something like that, and it just never, just something about it. You look over and you see this beautiful sunset, and then this dude trying to poop into a Mountain Dew bottle, and it just, I don't know. I mean, it just works.
The mountain pooping into a Mountain Dew bottle has no right to be as funny as it is.
Yeah, because it's Mountain Dew bottle. It makes it really funny. And because it's a very small hole, and so
it's very
like Gatorade would just make sense, but Mountain Dew bottle makes it funny.
Yeah. There's a specificity to it.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that it's like me being a technician. I'm like, okay, I wish, because the Mountain Dew bottle gives you the color also, the green, and it's got it's like
you don't want to see, but you can't not look. You can't stop looking at it. Yeah, it's that kind of
pooping into a Mountain Dew bottle. See, because like you said, if I do gross on stage, it hurts my set. Yeah, you don't do gross either, but I'm saying that like that.
That's as gross as I get. Yeah,
Yeah, that's as gross as you get.
Then I'll tag it with like 3 minutes later. I'm like, he did it, Yeah. Like I'm watching it for 3 minutes, which is funny.
Right. Wait, the Mountain Dew bottle has reached the top. It's full. It's finally full. Right. 10 minutes later into my set, the Mountain Dew bottle has reached maximum volume. I don't do. Every time I can't get away with. When I say the F word, I'm in trouble. When I curse, I'm in trouble. Like, it's always bad. I wish I could. I do have a masturbation bit that I love, and whenever I do it, I feel like I just knocked my audience affection level 2 points down. Even though the bit itself is hilarious, I can't. You know what I mean? I can't.
Yeah, I think you just. I'll do, like, if it's a dirty show or whatever, I can break in a couple, gross ones here and there. But it's like, it's like if you're just trying to do one full set, that's, not just.
Why? Explain this to me. Why doesn't this joke work? While we're on this, this might have been something we did back in the old days. I think this joke is really funny, and it always either gets a huge laugh or it gets almost nothing. And I never could understand it. I said, guys, in the guys in the Me Too movement, I learned I want to apologize, ladies, because I didn't know men were doing these things, like luring a woman back to your hotel room and masturbating. You know this joke?
Yeah. We worked on it in the plant, the whole like all that stuff.
Yeah, no, not that, but this part where it said that's what I used to do when I couldn't get a woman to go back to my hotel room.
Yeah,
right. But that's the part that I always thought was really funny. Right, men are getting women back to their hotel rooms and masturbating, and I don't understand that because that's what I used to do when I couldn't get a woman to go back to my hotel room. Now, why is that not getting the laugh that I thought it would, right? Because to me, that's so funny, but it doesn't.
Well, if you're tapping in it obviously to Louis C.K., which like, and there's something funny about, but comedian always needs an audience.
Right. But it isn't just Louis. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. But it isn't just Louis. It's also Harvey Weinstein did that too. And this is whatever, actually,
but it's funnier when it's like, but a comedian always needs an audience. I mean, I know it's too late to be referencing him, but I feel like that. But to me,
well, I don't reference him. I don't reference him, and I've seen this dynamic. It isn't just Louis, it's like the Louis thing happened, but then Harvey Weinstein happened. And then I read like 2 other instances where this happened, where a guy whips it out like in the thing. So I thought, and he starts masturbating, like that's a thing. So, okay, fine. But I just thought my angle on it, it wasn't even a Louis joke. It's just I heard guys were doing this. And that's what I used to do when I couldn't get a woman to bed. To me, that's so funny. Like masturbation is not something you should be doing with a woman in your presence. That's what you do as a last resort when you can't get
it depends how long you've been in a relationship. Sometimes sometimes you got things to do.
No, I understand.
Wrap it up. Let's get this going. Come on.
Yeah. That's what
we got to get to IKEA. Build that.
Yeah. That's so funny. But anyway, whatever. I still don't know why.
Like, all right, let's finish this up. Here we go. You ready? I'm ready. All right, you do you. I'll do me. Boom. I'll watch. I'm a weirdo. All right, we're done.
Like, and I used to say that was always my backup. It wasn't my go-to. Yeah. Right? Like, and that usually gets a laugh, but I feel like that joke is way funnier than it ever gets. I'm just
proud of us that we got from IKEA relationship thing to masturbation. Like, I'm really proud of us that we've found a way to get there. Like, that's the genius of us.
Of this show.
We found a way to get there.
How about masturbating in IKEA? How about we can, that way
Well, I got to try out the bed. I got to make sure it's comfortable. Yeah.
Wait, that's something really funny about that. Like, you ever go to those like furniture stores? Like, I guess IKEA has this, but you go to like Bloomingdale's and they have the living room, the bedroom set up.
Yeah.
So like there's a door for the bed. You can almost try it out. It's really funny. Like I'm going to use the bathroom, I mean, you can almost, why is he masturbating? I wanted to test it out, or people, obviously that's probably a thing where people have sex or been caught having sex in a furniture store or something. But I don't know what the joke is, but there's something weird about you go into I get so disoriented. I decided to give it a whirl. I got carried away and I started blanking.
Well, you can make it clean by I was going to get a new shower and it's like, and like cry. There's something about crying in the shower on the display or something. That's usually what I do in my shower. So that's really funny. That's kind of funny. It's like, so I decided to try out the bathroom and do what I usually do in my bathroom. So I started crying in the shower, right? Although that's kind of funny. Yeah. Peeing in the shower would be. Peeing is funny. I started peeing and crying in the shower. Like,
so I started peeing.
Both of those work, actually.
I started peeing in the shower and then I started crying, which I usually do both of them.
Like, this works. I love it. Wrap it up.
Yeah. And by the way, if we go to IKEA and you want to try out they have the living rooms like it is at home. They want you to try it out. So just don't. That's really great. Just don't masturbate in there.
Yeah.
They frown on that.
That's what this couch is That's what this couch is for. But
yeah. All right. Well, we got something out of that. You want to spin it again?
Got some great masturbation jokes. All right, go ahead.
None of which we can use, but okay. Yeah.
Peeing in the shower, crying in the shower. I might use that.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Are we spinning again?
Yes, we're spinning. Patience, my friend. Patience. You can only go so fast.
IKEA.
What are we on? I think we might have done this one. Self-help books. Did we do this one before?
Let's do another one. I think we did.
All right. Oh, we did this one last week. Time traveler fixes minor
All right,
problem.
do another one. Do
Oh,
another one.
wow. I thought we had to update the wheel.
Yeah.
I gotta pull out those.
You get what you pay for. All right.
Time travel masturbation.
All right. So your phone is listening.
Ah.
Oh, your phone is listening.
It is creepy how much it listens to us. I think that's the thing. I don't think you're ever prepared for that. When you have like a full conversation about, just bacon or whatever it is, and then all of a sudden Hormel comes up on your phone. Like that's you never get used to that thing where it's just like, just that it's like.
Wait, that's really fun. No, but there's something funny about. Once again, it's all about specifics, kids. Yeah. I always feel like people that listen to the show should be young comedians, like who want to learn about stuff, because like what you just said, Hormel is funny. I didn't see that coming. Like Jimmy Dean, like if you're talking, you're talking to your friend about, but it has to be something that is almost a little far removed from sausages.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Dean, that would be really funny. But like, what's like sausages? I mean, a bad example, but you're talking about terrorism and how Muslims don't eat pork. And then you get ads for Jimmy Dean. That's a bad example, but it's an example of what I'm trying to write a joke about.
It feels very Truman Show, very weird. Like it's just like we have conversations, and then product placement comes up, and you're just like, "What?" Like you never get quite used to people just sneaking around listening. I mean, I was a little brother, so I was always peeping around the corner and like kind of eavesdropping or trying to get information or whatever. So there's something weird about just this idea that like no matter what we're always being monitored. I don't know if the paranoia is funny.
What's the Jeff Bezos Amazon name of the thing that answers your question?
Like Alexa and Siri.
Alexa.
Yeah.
Okay, let's forget Siri, but Alexa. And then there's one where if you go to the reviews, it's Claude or something where they ask it a question about the product. What's that called? Hold on. It's Amazon has a staff of creepy AI people. Alexa, and I guess she's dating whatever his name is, the other guy. Hold on. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I think Alexa is
a good place to play for a second. But the idea of like, I think Alexa is that would be
Rufus.
For like, Rufus. Give me one. Yeah, Alexa would be perfect for like a single mom. You know what I mean? Like there's something. It's almost like having another parent in the house. Like there's something funny about like. I don't know, just like we used to ask, questions to people, to humans, and then now we're asking it to robots. We're asking robots questions that, like I did that joke about, I think I did last, I hate to keep repeating, but the thing about YouTube, taught me how to like do basic plumbing, throw a football, change the spark plug on my car. So, YouTube is the dad I should have had. And so
that's a great premise, but you need something dark at the end of that.
Yeah, something like
the anarchy, the stuff in the anarchist cookbook where you can make like bombs and shit like that. It has to be something like that, like hot wire a car.
Yeah, hot wire car is funny. Hot wire car is funny. The dad I should have had,
Yeah, yeah.
But,
so it's the dad. Oh, wait a minute. Then you go, that's the dad I should have had. Wait a second. That's the dad I actually had.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
That's funny.
Because we were turning miles back on my dad's used car lot or whatever. So that tracks. So that's
well, that's a great joke for you, because if you can have things that are a little dark, but there are still things you would look up. Like I wanted to know how to spot weld or how to do this, and then gradually they get a little until hot wire a car. And then you get a laugh on that. You think it's the punchline. I go, wait, that is the dad I actually have. Like where it's got to be things that are close to something dark. Like like how do I hack into a computer? Obviously, he's not going to use that because your dad's blue collar. So you want something dark though. How do you skin? Like what's basic taxidermy? Now, obviously, that's too on the nose. But like how do something. What's dark but it's not it doesn't go
My
into
dad's more like
criminality.
Trump. He's more like Trump than like hillbilly. Like he was a grifter, and so it's more. That's why it's like when I see Trump, I see my father.
Something free. No, something free. How do I get free? Like something that your dad would do with like a coupon, but something like, but not that, but something that, how do I get into Disneyland free? Like that example. Yeah. How do I do this? And how do I
beat a breathalyzer, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Stuff like that. How do I hotwire a car, get into something free, get free tickets to this and hotwire a car. And
so is the first joke still that it's the dad I should have had, and it's like, oh wait, that is the dad I had. You know, is that
yes. Dad, I said somebody to teach you how to fight, like something like that. Teach you how to win a fist fight, how to do the thing, how to and how to hotwire a car. Wait, that's the dad I actually had.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if you it has to be a gradual progression that just doesn't give away the punchline, and but hotwire a car is perfect. Because people do look up stuff like that. How do I cut? Like I've looked up how to cut a bike chain because you go because there's a bike chain that's locked to the thing and we can't get it. What do? Like you get clippers, I got to get an angle grinder. Yeah. So there's stuff you would look up that's criminality, but not that bad. Like how do I
how to pick a lock, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, there you go. Pick a lock is great. Like how to pick a lock, but that's you got to have something before that's a little milder because that's still dipping into you're going to break into somebody's house. But how to get
basic plumbing, you know, throw a football.
Yeah, yes.
I feel like football is kind of that's a dad son thing, and so then something a little maybe another one that's lighter after that, and then start to get dark.
But it has to be something fight related. You know something either fight related, how to disable a mugger. It has to be something. Yeah, we'd have to
how to fist fight at a bar. How to do this? How to do
how to win a fist fight. How to what's the best hack for like a household hack that's really gonna and how to hotwire a car. Yeah, that's. I want the dad I never had. Somebody who can teach me how to fight and how to. You could write on the notes how to fight and pick a lock gives it away because it's got to be pick a fight and hotwire a car. Oh no, that is the dad I actually have. That'll be really funny. The second one.
No, I like it. I like the just stating it as a joke, and then like the self-reflect is always funny on stage. Right. Oh no, actually that is the dad I had.
But the fight. Open with fight. Second one is the key thing because it has to be something that doesn't give the joke away but stays in the vein, and then hotwire a car slightly gives the joke away but not enough. Oh, that's such a great joke. I want to finish this joke on the show because I love this joke. Right?
Yeah,
I love this joke.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah, because what's the second one? It's got to be something that.
Well, throw a football is something like that, like how to fight, how to throw a football.
It's got to be dark. It's got to fight is dark.
Top? I thought dark was later.
No, fight. I want to, when I was a boy, I wanted somebody to teach me stuff that I need to learn, like a dad would teach you how to fight, how to win a fight, how to do the thing. And it's got to be something in the middle, like something roughhousing or criminal adjacent, but totally something that could be a double entendre of something that you would do. How to break something, how to get a free blank at a restaurant, how to and then the last one is hotwire a car. Oh no, that's the dad I actually had.
Oh, how to get how to get a free meal at a restaurant, like
yes, like a bad example, but just out of a placeover. You go. I always wanted, in line. I wanted the dad to teach me the things that I did. How to win a fight, how to get a free meal at restaurants. Wishy washy, but how to get a free thing, how to hotwire a car. Oh, no, wait.
How to break out of jail. How to
no, they're too dark. But But that's the dad I actually had. Yeah, it's like how to win a fight. Oh God, I wish that second one. I'm going to think about this because it's going to drive me nuts. Because that's the key thing. If you get the right middle one, this whole thing will work like a fucking perfect joke. It's a perfect setup. It's got to be so good without, it's got to be win-free things, cheat on your taxes, but it can't be that criminal. It can't be criminal on the nose. It's got to be criminal adjacent.
Right.
Like pick your lock, how to pick a lock, how to open.
Well, then I could use that line about turn miles back on your car, because we did do that. So I don't know if that one.
Right, but that gives it away a little too much that it's a criminal act. So it's like if I'm how to
fight
a beer bottle, like without like a beer bottle without like how to start a fire, something your dad
or how to open a beer bottle with your teeth,
Yes, that's really close.
Yeah.
Right. How to open a beer bottle with teeth, how to win a fight, how to what's the last one?
Hot wire a car.
How to hot wire a car. Oh no, that's the dad I actually had. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the dad I actually had. Like that's pretty good, right? It almost does the job. It's like what's the order? I don't know I think it's how to.
Should I open it with maybe open it? Should I use it like the way I was using it, or should I open it with YouTube is great. It's almost like it's almost like the
dad I never had.
It's like
YouTube is great. It's like having the dad I never had. I need to know how to do it. I need to know how to open a beer bottle with. I looked up how to open a beer bottle with teeth. I looked up how to. What's the fucking second one? Pick a lock? Is that pick a lock?
Well, the first one, learn how to win a fight. Learn how to
win a fight.
A beer bottle with my teeth. Learn how to hot wire a car.
Hot wire a car. Then I thought how to pick a lock. You might even end on pick a lock, even though hot wire a car because it's so sharp. And how to pick hot wire a car is funnier. Hot wire a car, but the other ones have to be really mild. You can't get into white trashy fight because fight already takes you somewhere. You want something almost like how to open a beer, how to open a bottle. Don't even say beer bottle. How to open a bottle without
with your teeth. I like teeth.
Opener.
I think that's funny.
Yeah, with your teeth. I looked up how to open a beer bottle with your teeth, how to win a fight, how to hot wire a car. Yeah, it's like the dad I never had. It's like the dad I never had. Actually, I'm sorry. That's the dad I actually had.
That's fine.
You don't have to repeat it, but it's pretty close. That's really good. I love this joke. I'm going to
use it. I'm use it tonight. I have a show, and then I'm going to use it tonight.
The specificity of this has to. You really have to be careful. If you give it away, it'll ruin it. If you got to have that second one, has to be win a fight, pick a lock, get something free, but something that people do, something that everyone does that's really kind of like get free groceries. How to? No,
I like that the dad you never had, and then it's actually the dad I had. That's great. That's cool. I appreciate that because it cleans it up. Because it was getting pretty good laugh on its own, but it's like this makes it a chunk and it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Do you want to work on something or what are we doing?
I had
we have 8 minutes. I gotta go play. I gotta go play racquetball. So because I'm so vintage.
Yeah, that's good.
I do everything that's old.
Did my mom talking about stealing? Oh, we did that. Stealing material.
Do you want to do a Mencia thing, or what do you want to do?
Well, no, it's just my why are there no B batteries? And the guy we talked about this.
Yeah, Dimitri Martin.
Yeah, Dimitri Martin. Yeah, my mom joke.
We could do another wheel, or we could do a Mencia AI. Either one.
Mencia AI. Let's do Mencia AI.
Do you have it ready?
on your Alexa? How about Alexa? Alexa is my father.
Let me see. So I already have. Let me bring him in.
All right. So I have a hard out after this.
Do you want? So I already ran one for inappropriate uses of TaskRabbit. If you want to hear that one.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Good evening, folks. Let's talk about TaskRabbit. Haven't heard of it? Well, it's an app where you can pay strangers to do stuff you're too lazy to do. If I had known about this earlier, I could have saved years of learning basic life skills. So I had a friend who used TaskRabbit to hire someone to pick up a sandwich. That's right, folks. A sandwich. What's next? TaskRabbit for chewing. I can see the ad now. Save your jaw muscles for that first date. Let us chew your food for you. Then there was this one time he thought he'd be clever, hired a TaskRabbit to break up with his girlfriend. Yeah, not his brightest idea. The tasker shows up at her door with a sympathy card, a pint of ice cream, and a "it's not you, it's him" speech. Spoiler alert, she dated the tasker, and the inappropriate uses don't end there. Oh no, I get hiring someone to assemble IKEA furniture. But hiring a TaskRabbit to argue with IKEA.
Yeah.
That's actually, that is actually, I thought, I was laughing like at several of those. I was shocked because it actually, just the idea that it's an app where you can pay strangers to do stuff you're too lazy to.
Well, the lazy part is great. So I might use the lazy part. So I actually, the lazy is everything. It's just too lazy to do. You're like, I'm just, it's like, because I was going to hang my TV on my wall, and I was like, this thing's going to fall off and kill the dogs. Like, I gotta bring somebody in, and so that's why.
Hey, Adam, put that back on the screen. I just want to get that. I want to get that. Thank you. I just want to get that. Put the chunk back on the screen. I'm going to screenshot it because the beginning actually is the first time I've ever laughed at anything AI, barely at almost anything AI has written. That's almost close to like, oh, that's not bad. I can't seem to get this thing to. If I had known about this earlier, I could have saved years of learning. Basic life skills is a really good phraseology, right? Give up all basic life skills is like something I was exactly say it that way. That's a really well worded. That's right, folks. The guy has a great premise where he says, he's someone to pick up a sandwich, right? And then he says, save your.
But that's called Grubhub. That didn't even make sense to me.
What do you mean?
That's Grubhub,
Well, no, but the joke is you missed the joke. The joke is have him chew it like a baby.
I get the chewing part. Yeah, that was funny.
But make it like a baby bird, like you're feeding a baby bird. That's
I see.
To me, that's the joke where you have somebody. Yeah, we already have Grubhub picking up our food. I guess you have TaskRabbit, somebody chew it for you, right? You know what I mean? That's the joke.
Yeah.
To spit it in my mouth like it's. Why not have another guy's digestive channel and have him digest the food for me, and then he can go to the bathroom for me. I don't even have to be here. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll have him write this joke, which is what I did because I went on AI and wrote it.
He could just be alive for me. Yeah.
yeah. And basically, can you just bang your girlfriend? Then just bang my girlfriend, you know what, and do this bit while I'm at it, because what's the point, right?
Igor, come on, finish this. Igor, come on out.
Yeah. In fact, that would be such a funny run. In fact, that's the kind of joke I would do where it's like, okay, I'm going to get TaskRabbit to thing, they're going to do it, and then I remove myself gradually, and then, in fact, I'm going to bring my TaskRabbit guy out here to do the rest of this joke because I'm not even going to do that, and then you're just absent from your life. That's really funny to me, right?
Well, we said that earlier about bringing the guy out as the closer or whatever, so that's perfect. Yeah, I'm going to use it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
I got to head out, guys.
Okay.
Good show. Okay. Please listen. All right. Please share. We're going to get
Please share, subscribe. Get on it. Everybody. All right. Later. Bye.
Well, folks, that's our show. It's time for us to go. Make sure to follow us, give us a like, drop us a comment, and always subscribe. We're chasing comedy on all the socials. We hope you had a gas, had some laughs, and maybe you learned something too. Until next time, we're Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy.